And we're back! Hi, my name's Charles, and a while back I decided it might be fun to go back to the beginning of Honkai Star Rail and play the story all the way from the beginning again. And here we are. Last episode we finished off the, final stretch of the main line of the Xianzhou Fu quests. So we've killed Fantilia, and we've said our goodbyes to Tingyun, and we've said our goodbyes to all the various characters on the Luofu, and what we've got left in that particular area before we move on to Penacony is a series of companion quests that fill in a whole bunch of stories around the story that we just went through. So that's what we're going to be doing for probably the next week or two in terms of episodes, because there is actually a lot of stuff to get through. Probably a bit more than that, because we've got to do the companion quests, we've also got to do the Topaz quests on Urilo, so there's a lot to fill in here, but we'll see how long it takes. But anyway, what we're going to do this episode, hopefully, is we're going to follow the thread of the lovely March 7th and see what she has to say for herself. And so to kick this quest off, she has sent me a text message, which I'm going to follow up on. Carlfish, you there? What's up? I suddenly remember there was one thing that caught my attention during this trip to the Luofu. That Matrix of Prescience Ultima at the Divination Commission. The Master Diviner used that thing to interrogate Kafka and saw right into her memories without Kafka even saying a word. So I was thinking, could this Matrix be used on me? It's worth asking her. We might even be able to find your lost memories. Yes. I wanted to ask at the Seat of Divine Foresight, but after thinking about it, I felt a little uneasy. The Luofu had just experienced a huge incident. Jingyuan is injured. The Master Diviner needs to manage the whole place. I couldn't bring up this personal matter, so I thought I'd wait till she wasn't so busy, and then we could go to the Divination Commission together and ask her. No problem. Let's meet at the Divination Commission. I knew it. You're the best. Thanks, Marsh. I know I'm the best. What's Himiko got to say? A little surprise for our new passengers. This is... Congratulations on this. I think this is just Himiko sending a regular companion message. Little surprise for our new passenger. Himiko, you really shouldn't have. Well, if I'd known you were such a sweet talker, I would have prepared an even bigger one. From now on, you'll be receiving red packets every New Year, so you may as well get used to it. I'll give you coffee beans next time. Oh really? Don't keep me waiting for too long. In fact, I also wanted to give you a few light cones, but unfortunately the train has a budget. Next time, I'll be the one giving you a red packet. Haha, then I'll take you for your word then. I'm kidding. I do like just the random text messages you get from other characters through the game. It's just one of those things that endears characters to you by just getting a little bit of a slice of life conversation. But anyway, we are going to follow on with... So I have opened... So, Total Recall, that's the one. So we're going to move on with Total Recall. After witnessing the wonders of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, March 7th couldn't get the idea of using it to rediscover her past out of her head. She decides to ask for the Master Diviner's help with fulfilling this wish of hers. So let's teleport nearby. And let's pick our standard team for wandering around the Luofu, which is Dan, Welt, March, and me.
101010 is the way.
This does remind me I need to finish doing this set of puzzles, but for now, let's talk to Fu Xuan.
Good morning! Is work going well today, Master Diviner? I am extremely busy of late. If you have something to ask of me, do not delay. You were about to say something along the lines of, how did you know I wanted to ask something? But then you remembered who you were talking to and decided not to bother, correct?
You really do live up to your title.
Of course. I run a dozen hexagrams before I even get around to breakfast. The results are never far wrong.
Except that whole, Sanctus Medicus thing.
Today's divinations threw up some unexpected complications. The hexagrammatic position was facilitating between the water and heaven trigrams. The matrix of prescience gave the following interpretation. You will have 3 uninvited guests. This is ultimately auspicious. Ultimately auspicious? Wow, sounds pretty good to me. Seems like we really were destined to meet today then. I see you've been using the matrix of prescience to divine into Kafka's past. Well, I have a similar request.
You tell Fu Xuan about March 7th's memory loss.
I see. You wish to use the matrix to relive the past and awaken parts of your memory? Viable in principle, but whether the matrix is truly capable of achieving this result remains to be seen. I knew it. Things are never simple, are they?
But with Kafka...
Kafka's situation was different. I feel I must explain in detail the principles behind the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon to avoid any misunderstandings. The Matrix of Prescience does not allow one to remember anything. It merely collects data in order to infer past events, in the same way that future events are inferred. Just as Realm Keeping Commission officers collect forensic evidence to recreate the scene of a crime, there are materials from which we can infer the past. These may be items related to the experience, or memories of the people involved. Miss March's predicament is very different from Kafka's situation, because she doesn't remember what happened in her past. I am no medical professional, but fortunately I'm very fond of reading. We understand that there are 2 types of memory loss. One where the memories remain dormant, floating around in the unconsciousness unable to be awakened. And another that involves direct erasure of memories from the brain.
Someone erased March's memory?
Who would do such a horrible, mean thing? Why don't we try using the Matrix of Prescience to determine which situation pertains to Miss March? Let's begin then by preparing the requisite inference materials. Miss March, your memory is unreliable. To guarantee the Matrix's accuracy, you'll have to provide something related to your past experience. Anything will do. When you're ready, come and find me in the Matrix core. The diviner said I need to provide something from my past experiences. What should it be? How about a Xianzhou souvenir?
Did the Divination Commission put able to speak nonsense on their job post?
Well, that was a random piece of dialogue, wasn't it? So we need to find our way to the central hub of the Divination Commission, which is all the way over. Actually, no. Okay, that's Letter from a Strange Woman. That's a completely different quest, so we needed to go up here for total recall. I could have walked there, but it's a lot of effort. Hello, random Cloud Knight soldier. Have you seen this person? This is Blade's wanted poster. Is Xianzhou still hunting down Blade? I've never done that interaction before. So here is Fu Xuan.
So, have you acquired something from your past? As a nameless, surely you must have souvenirs from your journeys that could evoke memories.
I've got lots. It's just, I don't know what to choose.
A ticket stub from the Express seems to be the most evocative for our march.
Ah, proof that I boarded the Express. The conductor gave me this.
Memories from the Astral Express? That should do the trick.
Oh, I can go through all of them. March's unapologetic smile is displayed on the permit. The note below reads March 7th, Level 1 Researcher. You vaguely recall that researcher levels start with 2. The only career path this permit opens is one that leads to the bathroom.
Something related to your work. Good.
Actually, this won't do. She never really worked there. I'm pretty sure that we picked the right one first off, but let's go through the wrong answers.
So shiny and pretty. I picked up this little guy in Belobog's underworld.
That looks like level up materia for relics. Are you sure it's not radioactive?
How could something so beautiful be unsafe?
Ask Kafka.
I can understand a young girl's fondness for glittering gemstones.
A cup of immortal's delight. Oh, she just loves her bubble tea.
One of my fondest memories on the Xianzhou.
No comment. I happen to prefer Star Taro bubble tea.
That should be enough.
Is that it? Miss March, are you not able to provide possessions from before you lost your memory?
Before I lost my memory? So, something I don't remember getting? Even then, I couldn't be sure it was from before I lost my memory, right?
It may be strange to you, but to infer the past, I need materials that were pertinent at that time. Could you try recalling some memories again?
From before the memory loss. Before the Express. I'm sorry, Master Diviner. When Himiko found me in the ice, I was stark naked, like a newborn baby. I didn't have any items with me. And before you ask, no, I don't have any of that ice lying around. It melted away not long after I was rescued.
What about your 6-phased ice?
Oh yeah! You sure are a smart cookie. My 6-phased ice ability must date from before the memory loss. Master Diviner, any ice I create should do, right?
It should indeed. I'll have someone place the material in the base of the terminal of the Matrix. Miss March, please position yourself in the Matrix core. We may begin our inference whenever you are ready.
Moments later, the apparatuses of the Matrix come to life with clicks and whirs. It is time. Oh, they're over here. March doesn't have anything to say. Oh well.
The Matrix has clear diagnostics. Miss March, are you ready yet?
I'm pretty sure I should be. Almost kinda ready to go.
Please be prepared. Not all memories are suitable for reawakening. People carry with them much pain and suffering.
Surely not March, who's such a cheerful character and could never have a dark past.
If you're not ready, we can pause the inference process. I would never wish for good intentions to result in harm.
I'm okay. Let's do it. Only way to find out is to give it a go.
Very well. I will soon connect you to the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, where the Matrix will read your memories and guide you back into your past. If you reach a block in your memory, the Matrix will use the data gathered to derive a scenario and construct a possible past for you.
Got it. Oh, can he join me too?
I'm sorry. That would be highly inadvisable. You form the nexus of the Matrix's inference. He would only introduce redundant data to the system. In other words, inside the memory palace that the Matrix constructs, the only person you'll be able to count on is yourself.
Also, I wasn't part of your past. You can do it, March.
Don't worry. I can communicate with you from outside the Matrix and manipulate the recollection process to a certain extent. Let's begin.
Don't look back. March 7th, don't look back.
The Matrix of Prescience has reconstructed your past. Before you is a space generated from the memories and items you provided as raw materials. Are you okay, Miss March?
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
My head is spinning.
As expected. Most individuals feel nauseous after being presented with the dizzying excess of information provided by the Matrix.
I must be seeing things. Why are there 2 Fu Xuans here?
Why not?
Your eyes are working just fine. One of the Fu Xuans is a projection of me which allows us to communicate with each other at all times. The other Fu Xuan indicates that I existed during this part of your experience.
What experience is this? It looks like the healer's market.
Unless I'm mistaken, this must be the time we broke into the Alchemy Commission.
Really? That can't be right. I remember there were lots of Cloud Knights in the plaza.
Well, this is just a Matrix inference, remember? Distortions are possible. Although the scale of this distortion is surprising. Try communicating with the Fu Xuan you see over there. We should hear what the Master Diviner has to say.
So is it Fu Shen or is it Fu Xuan? Because I've been bouncing between the two because the voice actors seem to be bouncing between the two depending on who is doing the talking. So I thought it was Fu Shen because the majority of them are pronouncing it that way. But now the actual actor playing the character isn't. I'm not sure anymore. So I'm just gonna keep going with my gut. So she was the one who was just talking to me a lot, so it must be this one.
Miss Fu Xuan, is that you?
If we want to resolve the Stellaron crisis, we must refine the question. What is the crux of the problem? Generally, it is believed that when one seizes on the crux of a problem, the problem will split open like bamboo on the edge of a knife. Nobody could have foreseen the catalyzing effect of the Stellaron on the ambrosial arbor. As the ancients said, blessings bring about misfortune and vice versa. Nature has its own algorithm, and it is precisely when fate wins betwixt blessing and misfortune that I, a master diviner of masterful proportions, am called on to save the people of the Luofu.
What the heck is she talking about? Master Diviner, did you actually say that at the time? I can't remember.
It would appear that in Miss March's estimation, I'm somewhat of a blabbermouth.
No, I've always seen you as a masterful Master Diviner.
Despite the obvious distortions in this experience, the base materials from which it is composed are taken from your actual memory. There is no falsehood here. In other words, your subconscious mind thinks that I talk in tongue twisters.
It's mainly just that I, can't always comprehend the lofty ideals and, principles you discuss.
Forget it. Now is not the time for losing one's temper. If the inferred experience is distorted, we should focus on filtering out each distortion one by one. Otherwise, we won't be able to trace your memories back any further.
This is getting a little complicated. Is there a simpler explanation?
Draw your bow and fire an arrow at that Fu Xuan.
Wait, what?
Let's begin.
Okay. Oh, so I have Fu Xuan on the team, which means Dan's been replaced, I see. which is probably accurate.
I see through you. Together as one. Human creations.
Fu Xuan, I miss having you on my team. That does mean I should probably just get rid of you, because I have seriously redundant defense and very little offense at the moment.
Try that again.
Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
You can't run! Told you I could fight. Here!
I'm on guard.
I'll try hard some. Watch this awesome move!
Time for some hardship.
We came together.
Pardon me?
That freaked me out. I don't like people suddenly deciding to fight me. Now, let's see who's here. Ting Yun, Welt, General Jing Yuan, and also him. I don't have to fight all of them, right? The Master Diviner was easy peasy, but I don't think I could take General Jing Yuan.
Easy peasy? The interference factor creating the distortion here should only have one source. That is, the person present who shouldn't be.
So I have to pick someone and clear them of interference?
Exactly. My projection will disappear for the moment so as to not cloud your judgment. If you can hear my voice, then it means I'm watching over you.
You're the best, Master Diviner.
I hope the best version of me can overwrite the gloriously absurd version that lives in your subconsciousness.
The person present who shouldn't be. Who could that be?
Okay, let's temporarily swap you out for you.
March, stay with the group. Don't rush off.
It does recommend having a green person on board. Otherwise, I just don't have the deeps, and honestly, canonically, only Fu Xuan and March are present anyway, so it doesn't really matter who else is on the team.
Mr. Yang, hi there.
March, get ready. The next fight is going to be very dangerous.
Huh?
Stay focused. Fantilia is headed for the Ambrosial Arbor. If we don't stop the Lord Ravager, it'll be a catastrophe.
Okay, all right. Got it.
Another thing, the future is what's most important for us. Don't you agree, March?
What?
Dwelling on memories can numb your sense of the present and inhibit future ambitions.
Miss Fu Xuan, do people in memories always say weird stuff like this?
I was just seeing these two things poking out of the ground here above March's head, and my Penacony, that must be a bird instinct kicked in for a moment.
The distortions we are experiencing are unorthodox.
Press the wrong button. I don't know what that meant, but let's be March.
Hey, fancy seeing you here. Hey, it's fine if you don't want to talk in real life, but this is my memory, so it's my rules. Come on, say something.
Something.
Seriously?
We have similar recollections of him.
Leave your memories in the past. They have no place in the present.
Did you hear that, Master Diviner? Now he's talking weird.
So he's not... So I must have hit the wrong button for Welty, because he's not the distortion.
Roll up, roll up! Miss March, would you like to take a look at the latest edition of the Xianzhou Beauty Index? The chance of drawing a LaFu Playboy card is super high right now.
Miss Ting Yun, it's great to see you so happy, but I can't help feeling a little sad.
The past is in the past! What is there to feel sad about? Live every day as if it were your last. Don't be sad.
And then... Jingyuan.
General, hello. General? General Jing Yuan? What's his deal? Who falls asleep standing up anyway?
This is clearly your subconscious projecting onto the General.
I remember now. The General wasn't there when we broke into the Alchemy Commission. Looks like we found the source of our distortion.
Let's clear him.
You scared me. Why'd you wake up so suddenly?
Are you not satisfied with your life as it is?
I'm satisfied.
Then why are you obsessing over the past?
Fighting is meaningless.
I like how this just gently gets more and more creepy with everyone just saying, "What are you doing?"
All things in the human creations!
She has such a good ult.
What is that?
I know what this is. It's a Bellabog heater. Wait a minute. What's a Bellabog heater doing at the healer's market?
Looks like part of one experience has infiltrated another. A foreign object, so to speak.
A foreign object? That sounds like a medical issue. Will it require surgery?
I wouldn't want one of them stuck anywhere, if, you know what I mean.
No. I believe the object is a sign of the Matrix purging distortion. It has managed to trace back to another one of your experiences. Make contact with the object. Let's see if we can jump over into that experience. Bellabog. I've seen that name somewhere in the astral charts. There are many similar star systems on the Xianzhou trade routes. Unfortunately, all of them lost contact after the appearance of the Antimatter Legion.
But you did invite them to the tournament.
Yeah, Bellabog is a kind of snowy doomsday city. There are heaters like this all over the place. Otherwise, people wouldn't survive. Come on, Master Diviner. I'll give you a whirlwind tour of Bellabog. Is touching a heater a good idea? This thing is red hot. What if my hand turns extra crispy?
It's okay. This is a memory space. If something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory.
Oh, well, I was never beaten up by Jing Yuan in reality either.
Enough of that. Touch it.
Hey, don't pull on my hand. Ow, ow, ow! Hot, hot, hot!
Poor March.
What
Don't look
the
back.
That thing was flaming hot! You said things that never happened to me in reality couldn't happen here.
I said that if something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory. I didn't say anything about the sensation of injury. So this is Bellabog. I was expecting it to be cold.
It's freezing. What? Master Diviner, aren't you cold? I can't stop shivering.
Most likely a result of me never having experienced true cold. I'm afraid you'll have to do the shivering by yourself. On the Luofu, you and I have shared experiences. And so I was able to provide more active assistance. But in Bellabog, you'll have to rely on your own judgment to ascertain the source of distortion, and get the foreign object to appear.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Miss March, I have one more thing to ask. Have you ever experienced great suffering?
What? I don't think so. Why are you suddenly asking me that?
Sometimes people forget extreme memories to protect themselves from suffering. Perhaps you didn't notice, but in your memories of the Luofu, everyone you met was either hinting or explicitly stating that you should stop trying to remember. I believe this is most likely your subconscious communicating with you directly. Though, of course, we cannot rule out that external forces may have interfered with your memory. In the latter case, it is possible that someone decided to leave warnings in your subconscious to prevent you from recalling the truth.
Am I really that important to someone? I don't think there's anyone who'd go to all the trouble of locking up my memories.
And yet, memories are precisely what you seek, no? I say this to say one thing. Are you certain you wish to continue exploring your memories?
You said external forces might be messing with my head, right? That just makes me more curious. No one gets away with locking up my memories. Let's go. I'll show you the way to Goethe Hotel.
Very well. I must admit that I'm finding the whole matter more interesting by the minute.
This memory should be from the first day we arrived in Belobog. By the second day, we were wanted criminals already. The person present who shouldn't be. Who could it be?
Hello, Japard.
It's March 7th. Welcome to the Sampo Hotel. I'm Japard, the security here.
Why would hotel security need to be armed to the teeth? Is there great lawlessness in Belobog?
No. Japard is the captain of the Silvermane Guards. Just like how the Luofu has its own Cloud Knights captains. I have no idea what he's doing running security at a hotel like this, though.
It isn't so surprising. In attempting to pursue the rational, we piece together the unrelated. The result is a seemingly meaningful fantasy. A fantasy called life.
Excuse me, Miss March. Do you need anything? If there's nothing else, please let me get back to my duty. Also, allow me to remind you, you cannot change the past. The future is all that's left for you.
That actually does feel like something he would say.
Okay, I can't remember who was the distortion here. It should be Sampo, but I don't think it actually is.
Long time no see. Welcome to the Sampo Hotel.
The Sampo Hotel? This is Goethe Hotel.
Was Goethe Hotel. Now it's the Sampo Hotel. In the autumn of his years, old Goethe got too old to run this place, so he handed it down to his most trusted young confidant, Sampo Kuski. And before you get the wrong idea, there was zero trickery involved. This was a cherished agreement between gentlemen. You see, old Goethe and I chose to face the future instead of clinging to memories of the past. You should do the same, March.
This blue-haired fellow has an air of deceit about him every time he opens his mouth.
You don't need a jade abacus to get a feel for Sampo.
So, talk to Pela.
Welcome to the Sampo Hotel, Miss March. The Sampo Hotel used to be called the Goethe Hotel. After old Goethe retired, Sampo managed to trick his way into acquiring this place and renamed it after himself. Luckily, the high-quality service of the hotel remains undiminished. It's still the best place to stay in the administrative district. I should mention, the Sampo Hotel's new slogan is, "Don't think about the past. Strive for your future." Sounds like the kind of ad copy that Miss March would like.
This girl seems quite trustworthy.
That's just the work of my subconscious mind.
And we'll go and talk to Bronya and Zila. Funny that they always seem to show up together.
The tea service at Goethe Hotel is first class, especially this Whale-Tide Spring. They say that an architect once used the preservation's power to make camellias bloom on the snow plains, and that this tea is made from those leaves. Whale-Tide Spring? Isn't that a variety of Xianzhou tea?
My brain must be filling in the blanks. Probably because I never drank any famous tea in Belobog.
Ugh, so bitter. Yuck.
Bitter tea is good for your health.
Ugh, bitter is bitter. If it tastes like that, it doesn't really matter how good for you it is.
There's an old saying in Balabog, blessed is he who can eat the bitterest of bitter. These experiences are becoming increasingly distorted.
Seems like my subconscious mind has no talent for screenwriting.
I'm not sure your conscious mind does either.
I'm not denying it.
So, let's talk to Bronya.
Excellent cup of tea. It's a pity not everyone can appreciate its beauty. Much like the gift of forgetting, Miss March, it's bitter at first, but with a gentle aftertaste.
This Bronya is really different from the Bronya I remember.
The force that's distorting this experience is nearby.
Do you have to make it sound all scary?
Rest easy. I can guarantee your safety while you're inside the matrix of prescience.
So I'm pretty sure that the distortion is Sealer because she's supposed to be in the underworld at this point.
March? Long time no see. How's everything been going since you left Belobog? The Express never looked back. It headed straight for the other end of the galaxy, because that was its fate. The same goes for us. We can't return to the past. March, don't dwell on the past. It won't do you any good. Trust me.
Just disappear in a sea of butterflies.
Got it? Thanks.
These warnings are ongoing. The situation is becoming stranger by the minute.
It sure is. Let's press on and see what awaits. I remember our second day in Belobog was mostly us being hunted down by Silvermane guards. We didn't meet Zila until way later, which means Zila shouldn't be appearing in this memory. She's the source of the interference.
In which case, we must eliminate her.
Seems like you don't trust me.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just...
That you're not going to get a rerun.
An answer is not required. She's merely a mirage hindering your progress.
I understand. Let's do this.
What's this? Let me see. Developed on Herta space station.
Seems like this must be the foreign object. The next experience should be meeting him for the first time. Herta space station.
It's still a little bit jarring that the best substitute they can get for the main character is just calling them him or her. I mean, technically they're not the Trailblazer, because all of the Astral Express are Trailblazers, but not having like an individual name for the main character gets it gets a bit awkward in some of these things. Okay, let's press this and see what happens.
Shame we didn't get to see the stunning vistas of the snow plains. This hotel lobby must have left a deep impression on you.
Well, waking up after a great sleep in a comfy bed to find out you're a wanted criminal tends to leave a deep impression. Let's move on to the next stop. The last stop. Let's go.
So long as you're ready.
I'll take a monitor over a red-hot heater any day.
Don't look back.
Wake up. We have to hurry.
The problem with everything's installed on an SSD and the loading screens are too quick, so I can't read the hints beyond the first heading, but I'm getting the impression.
Huh? Are we going? What about Miss Fu Xuan?
Fu Xuan? Who's that? And there's no time for daydreaming. The space station is in crisis.
Your space station is in crisis?
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me. Asta said that the Stellaron is stored in that room up ahead. And I'm guessing the Legion might also be interested in its whereabouts.
I know. Dan Heng, where are you? Master Diviner, can you hear me? Darn it, something must have gone wrong. What am I gonna do? Why did Miss Fu Xuan pick the scariest time to vanish?
March, can you... me... I'm getting more and more evidence that your memories have suffered interference. But I don't know where from.
Looks like I'll have to do it by myself this time.
And hello, room. And there's me. There's various knickknacks. Let's talk to the people. Let's talk to you, Arlan. She was the last princess.
If you insist on looking back, you'll find nothing but confusion and chaos. You were the last princess, and also the last survivor of the Diamond World Adlevin. The planet was burned to an obsidian hellscape the moment Nanook ascended, filled with despair. Your parents swaddled you in warm clothing and placed you into an ice ship. As they watched you sink into the turbulent waves of the starscape, they felt a newfound hope. You are found and raised by strangers. You are the only savior, the promise of rebirth.
Oh, wait! I wrote that! That's a story I made up about my past! Great. Forget memories. Now everyone gets to see my imagination.
March, have you forgotten your past experiences? Surely your bow there is enough evidence for you. You were once a Galaxy Ranger, engaged in a bitter fighting battle with the remnants of the Swarm. You rescued a planet in the Emerald System that was about to be swallowed by a black hole, smashing through Dr. Primitive's carefully laid plans. You were severely wounded during the battle for Vonwalk. The leader of the Rangers encased you in ice to protect you and waited for you to recover.
My bow? But Himeko made that for me. You're lying.
March 7th, one of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express. After being picked up by Himeko, she was freed from the six-phased ice in which she was encased. She lost all memory of the past. Because she had no past to speak of, she was an Eon, and Eons have no past. From the moment they ascend, the past and future of their existence becomes inundated by their path. March 7th's mistake was the loss of the authority of the Eons.
Could it be? That never even occurred to me. But I guess it's not impossible.
I mean, you could be a driller. It's been theorized. The driller's an Eon, right? The beauty... either way, it's been theorized.
March, leave your memories in the past. Why do you insist on returning to them? If they were so important to you, wouldn't you have remembered them? The moment a Nameless boards the Express, a new life begins. We set out on a new road, never to return. Explore, trailblaze, but do not dwell in the past. You'll tarnish the reputation of the Nameless.
I'm gonna fight you just because you're being a dick.
You're not him. Nothing like him. He would never try and force me to give up something so important to me. I don't care who you are. Disappear right now and let me pass. And don't you ever pretend to be one of my friends again.
Go March.
I've no
All
interest
things
in
must human creations.
Nice that even though she's not technically with us, she's still here to...
Time for some hardship.
Heal. Like, I'm assuming that this was the... This was introduced in the patch when Fu Xuan was introduced, so this was the... You know, here is a demonstration of how completely ridiculous she is as a protection unit.
You can't run!
Too late to repent.
Leave it. I still use Fu Xuan to this day on a lot of my teams because she just has these ridiculous crit buffs and nothing ever dies.
couldn't have done it without me.
Ooh.
Weren't there coordinates sent out from the space station? Weak heartbeat and pulse. March, you better do CPR.
This is the first time we met him. But he isn't here. Who are you? I don't remember you.
I am a messenger of the Garden of Recollection. Miss March, please refrain from looking back upon your past. Leave the matrix of prescience and return to reality. The past is not worth exploring. It will only hurt you.
You're the one who needs to leave. I'm not letting this go.
The Garden of Recollection? Did the Glow Swader send you? Are you the one meddling with my observations? What do you want with this girl? No matter the nature of your intentions, stealing others' memories like this, deceiving them, blinding them. I cannot allow that to happen.
You leave me no choice but to resort to unconventional means.
Miss March, this might feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to enter your memory world and help you clear out any obstacles.
Thank you, Lady Fu. Boss fight. Okay. So let's do this first.
Creations!
And try and freeze as many of them as possible to give myself a bit of a break.
Awesome move.
Balance. Get.
I can...
Must. You are shit.
A quick divination.
Refresh the shield. Every time I use Fu Xuan, I forget to refresh that field at some point and come very close to dying. It's just a thing that I do whenever I use her on my main account.
Try that again.
Fighting is meaningless.
So I'm going to try not to do that
Truth of life
this
is
time around, just to save myself the embarrassment.
Told you I could fight. Here!
Leave it to me. Stand down.
I see through you.
No interest in conflict.
You can't run!
Okay, ads are taken care of, now we can burn the boss down.
Try that again. Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
Let's begin. You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life is death. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time for some
Okay, that did a nice chunk of damage.
A quick divination. Converge and awaken. Human creations.
I've no interest in conflict.
Keep hitting him while he's stunned and has the 10% damage bonus.
Leave it to me.
I see through you.
Tough luck running into me.
And we're almost there. There we go.
Thanks for your help, Miss Fu Xuan.
I promised I'd watch over you. Besides, I've been blessed by the Wisdom Walker. I will never tolerate efforts to impede the truth.
That person said she was a messenger. The Garden of Recollection. Why would they come after me?
Many members of the Garden have their own agenda. It's impossible to confirm anything from a cursory introduction. This is the Astral Express, no? It would seem that you're nearing the source. The Matrix of Prescience Ultima should start making further calculations soon. Do you remember where it was exactly that you were discovered?
They set the ice down in one of the passenger cars. It ended up being my room.
Then let's pass through this carriage and find your room.
it occurs to me that based on the schedule of publishing this thing, which it's currently like 2 days before the 3.0 patch at time of recording, and this should be published a week after the 3.0 patch, which means that we should already have embarked on March's journey through remembrance in Amphorius to uncover the next part of her story. So this is kind of a timely retelling of this for me, because I'm just about to jump into 3.0. Ooh.
Let's crack open this ice block. Perhaps we can still save the girl inside.
Wasn't expecting that to happen so quickly. But yeah, we're just sort of catching up on this a little bit before.
Not to harm her.
Hi, Himiko.
I've got this. Pom-Pom, go and get the first aid kit.
Ah, everyone's being nice.
This must be when the crew first found me. I don't remember a thing. What's going on? How come we're back at the start?
It's the messenger. She's interfering with your movements again.
Don't look back. Keep going forward. Don't look back. Keep going forward.
It seemed like that kid was trapped in ice, but the substance doesn't share the same physical properties. How bizarre. The crystals show at least 6 structures under differing conditions. 6 phased ice. The galaxy really is an enigma.
Of course, I hope we can take her in. Or, rather, I can offer a conclusion based on the most basic of moral judgments. Now that we've found her, we have to look after her.
Ah, she's a lost puppy.
But naturally, I'm concerned about whether or not this places the Astral Express in any danger.
She doesn't look dangerous to me.
The Astral Express welcomes everyone. Don't worry. Do what you feel is right, and Pom-Pom will take care of the rest.
Thanks. I feel more at ease now. I just hope she'll have a good time on the Express and not feel too alienated from the rest of us.
Stop worrying so much. Pom-Pom will say it again. The Astral Express welcomes everyone.
Everyone agreed to take you in. I'm in exile. And by the look of things, you might not have a home to go back to either. But here on the Express, nobody is alone. Himiko said that your vitals were all stable. She just didn't know when you'd regain consciousness.
The whole found family thing in Hoyo games gets laid on a bit thick sometimes, but I do like that, you know, the characters very obviously care for each other.
This whole time. Maybe the only way for you to find your past is to take a step back.
You see,
the interferer has been thwarted. Maybe the only way for
I was gonna go talk to Dan, see if he says anything different.
Everyone agreed to take you in. Himiko said that your vitals were all...
See, this is where having a quest marker just kind of becomes an anticlimax. It's like, yes, you don't have to work out that you have to go backwards or even sort of get it from the hints and clues from the people talking. There's just a big purple thing behind you saying, you turn around and go backwards now. And just kind of takes a bit of the drama out of it.
I get it. If I do the exact opposite, I'll find my way out. You're a true genius, March.
As soon as you open this door, the Matrix of Prescience will start calculating your past. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Is this my room? I didn't get a chance to tidy up. Don't judge.
This is your room? That block of ice in the center. Has it always been there?
Ice?
Baby. I guess I found an episode title. Except I think I've already used that.
The foreign object. Looks like our exploration has reached its final stage. I will confirm one last time. Are you sure you wish to keep exploring your past?
Yes. I'm sure. Master Diviner?
She's busy running the matrix of Prescience Ultima.
You again? What I do with my past is none of your business. Why do you have to make things so difficult?
Please, trust the Garden of Recollection. Everything I'm doing is for your protection.
You don't protect people by imprisoning them.
We know. If you are truly set on learning about your past, then come with me. I'll show you the origin that you seek. I hope that you will refrain from exploring any further than this. Trust me when I say, nothing good can come of it.
Part of me feels I should accelerate the publication of this one.
There it is. Your origin. Your life unfolds from this point on, full of unique experiences and adventure. What happened prior is meaningless to you. The value of your life does not lie in what happened in the past, but in the present and the future. The eagle returns from an unsuccessful hunt. The sailor avoids the course they know to be dangerous. And you, my child, should come to learn that the past is just an illusion. But your experiences now will be remembered forever. It is time to say goodbye. Here, a parting gift for you. I look forward to our next encounter.
Wait! Hold on! Miss Fu Xuan, why did the simulation just cut off like that?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just a little lightheaded is all.
And the Matrix of Prescience stopped at precisely the same moment. March, I lost sight of you once you touched that block of ice. What happened?
It's kinda hard to explain.
Try me, I think I've been that place twice before. March and Fu Xuan try their best to recount everything that just happened. You also tell them about the messenger.
So, that mysterious girl was really a messenger of the Glow Swather?
Glow Swather? You mean Fu Li, the Remembrance? Are they the Eon connected to my past?
No, it's too early to draw such a conclusion. All I can say is that it was very likely an Eon that sealed away your memories. But not necessarily fully. When the messenger spoke of protection, perhaps she meant the following. The Glow Swather wasn't the one who sealed away your memories. They are interfering to shield you from these very memories.
Sounds like we're still none the wiser.
It's not so bad. At least I know it has to do with the Garden of Recollection, right?
It seems like retrieving memories is beyond the operational spectrum of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima.
That's all right. You've helped me so much already, Master Diviner.
If you'll excuse me, I must organize an inspection of the Matrix. Fingers crossed there's no damage done.
We'll leave you to it then. Run. If we broke something, there'll be a huge bill to pay.
And Fu Xuan is now a visitor to the Express.
Nice.
And there is a coda that happens in the Astral Express. I am pretty sure. There we go. What did you find? You'll know when you're here. Hurry. And that's just my long list of unread quest triggers that I will get to over the course of the next week or two. So let's see what's happening in March's room. Has she cleaned up? No, she's not cleaned up. Okay. She's supposed to be in here. Is there a problem with availability? Is it because she's somewhere else? She's supposed to be in here. At least that's what the message said, right? Yeah, so it should be in her room. It might be because I'm stuck with the pre-Penacony and she's just still standing over here by the window. Room. This is going to be a pain to edit back together. Nope, she is still not here. So I guess that means that I'm not going to be able to do the little coda to March's story where she says thank you and she gives us her little light cone containing the picture of her naked in the ice. What I'm going to do now is, it's the end of the episode. We've been through March's little quest. We've discovered the mystery of her memories without actually uncovering the memories themselves, but it's quite likely that by the time this video is released, we'll have at least taken our first step into the next bit of March's quest on Amphorius, where we are supposed to uncover a little bit more about the Remembrance and her specifically. But probably we haven't learned much yet, because I think that one's going to be spread out a long way over the 3.x series of adventures. But before I leave, a little bit of housekeeping. As you may have noticed during the episode, I'm at Trailblaze level 60 now, which means that I've bumped up to the next level of difficulty, and I've unlocked the ability to get up to level 80, which means that I've started actually spending some of the fuel that I've had saved up, because kind of the point of saving up all the fuel was that when I hit this, I'd be able to at least ascend a bunch of people and, get the people I'm relying on to do a bit of damage closer to, level 75, 80, where they can contribute a bit. I've been building Himiko for use in some of the endgame modes, and because I built Himiko to help me in some of the endgame modes, I've actually managed to complete Stage 2 of Pure Fiction. I didn't get any stars, but I completed it, and that means I've unlocked links, so I'm going to do that. Yay, that's my first copy of links, so I now have a healer that isn't Gallagher. Although now I can also build Gallagher as well, but his materials don't become available until next week when 3.0 unlocks. But also, because I finished the Ting Yun funeral quest, and I didn't realize this at the time, I've unlocked Yukong. And I already have Yukong, obviously. Gorgeous splash art there. But by unlocking that Eidolon, that actually brings me up to Yukong's E6, which is the one that makes her ultimate extend her ability by an extra turn, which makes it a lot easier for her to juggle tuning with other characters. So I may actually use Yukong. So with that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, I'm going to stand here in front of the starry expanse of nothingness that is the universe and contemplate my place in it, and I will see you here next time for probably the Jinglu quest. Like the sort of the closing High Cloud Quintet storyline stuff. But, or maybe something else, I'm not sure. But anyway, I shall see you in the next episode either way. Take care.